Hi, welcome to ZGadgetReview. Sony's MLB The Show 21 took the #1 spot in game sales for the month of April. MLB The Show 21 also made its debut on an Xbox console for the first time ever. The other new big release for the month was Returnal. That game didn't do as well as Sony would have hoped by taking the #8 spot in sales for the month of April. Of course, one could argue that MLB The Show was a multi-platform release versus Returnal was a single platform release. Also, it's a sports game, and for the most part, sports games usually do better than other type of games. Let's quickly go over April's top 10 games. So at #1, we have MLB The Show 21. #2, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. #3, Pokemon Snap. #4, Outriders. #5, Neo Replicant version 1.2 blah 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 blah. #6, Mortal Kombat 11. #7, Monster Hunter Rise. #8, Returnal. #9, It Takes Two. And #10, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So those are the top 10 games for the month of April. Now, this video is about MLB The Show, how well it did, and what Sony is deciding to do going forward when it comes to microtransactions. MLB The Show has attracted the highest paying user spend of any sports title in the US PlayStation Store since its release last month. And the way they did it was by using a tried and true microtransaction made wildly popular by EA's FIFA Ultimate Team. Now, if you're not familiar with Ultimate Team, pretty much what it is you get these fake digital cards. You pay money for a card pack, and then you open and each card has a different player. Usually they have very famous players to players that you've never heard of. Some packs have players who are classic players like Pelé, Maradona, and players of that caliber. So you can build your own ultimate team by using these cards. Then once you build your team, you go and battle out your team versus other people's teams in online games. That generates an insane amount of money for EA and Ultimate Team. Now, this is arguably a way to gamble, right? You buy a pack, which you have no idea what's in it. You open it, and if you get lucky, you get really good players that you can build a team with, or you get really crappy players you can do anything with. So to give you an idea of how great Ultimate Team is for EA, Ultimate Team made $3,000 a minute last year for EA. $3,000 a minute for EA. Crazy, right? This comes from Engadget. In an annual financial report, the publisher said it made $1.62 billion from Ultimate Team modes in EA sports games during the 2021 financial year. That means EA made around $3,000 a minute from FUT packs, aka loot boxes. A substantial portion of that stemmed from FIFA Ultimate Team. FUT stands for FIFA Ultimate Team. So Sony tried the same thing in the new game MLB The Show 2021. Except the mode was called Diamond Dynasty, but it works exactly the same way. You buy a pack of cards that gives you different players, and then you can build your dream team, your dream baseball team. People obviously buy these cards because it is a manipulation tactic. You buy a card, you get this cool flash of lights with sounds and stuff, kind of like one of those machines, that you pull the lever and things come out. You used to get coins, but now you get a stupid ticket at Vegas. It works the same way. You get this pack of cards, shiny stuff, sounds, blah, 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 and then you get all these cards that pop out of the package, and then you can build your own team, like if you are the owner of a real baseball team, even though you're not, and you probably never will, but I guess this is the closest you get to that fantasy. This, of course, created tons of money for Sony because people just for some reason gravitate towards this. And FIFA is not the only game that does it. And now MLB The Show. You have it on NBA 2K. You have it on Madden. So all these sports games have realized that they can make tons of money from people by selling them these digital pack cards. Or in Madden, I think you can buy shoes and balls and uniforms and all this stuff that really don't make any sense and have nothing to do with the actual game. Is it fun to put your own team together? Yes, I'll give you that 100%. It is very fun to open a card packs, you see what players you have, and try to make something happen with those players. But there is no reason to spend that money on it, except they make the game the way they make it, so you have to spend money if you want to partake on that part of the game, which to me is just a horrible way of taking money from people. Why not put this portion of the game as its own sole game, like a free to play game where you have to buy these packs in order to put in your teams together? They don't do it because clearly this is the thing that people like the most out of the whole package that is being sold to you. So it's probably never going to happen. This is the most worrisome part to me from Sony now that they have realized of how much money they can make out of these microtransactions. This comes from Video Games Chronicle. We intend to build upon our growing experience and ambition in the games as a service space to complement our continued strength in the narrative-led titles that PlayStation fans know and love. So this translates to, hey, you know what we can do that we hadn't really thought that we could do is we can add microtransactions to our regular games that don't have microtransactions or don't require microtransactions. We can figure out a way to, stick microtransactions into those games for you to enjoy and for us to make more money. To give you an example, there was this game called Destruction All-Stars, or there is this game called Destruction All-Stars that was supposed to come out as a regular $70 launch title. The game got delayed until February of this year. What they did is they dropped the price to $19.99 and also offered it for free for the first 2 months to PlayStation Plus subscribers. Why? Because they added microtransactions to the game and realized that they could make more money out of the game by giving it to you for free or for $20 than if they sold it to you for $70 for people then go in and complain that, hey, I paid full price for this game. Why are you charging me so much money for these microtransactions? Now they can say, hey, the game is only $20. Why are you complaining about? Or, hey, you got it for free. Why are you complaining about? But there's more from Sony saying that they are actually going to do this. This again is from Video Games Chronicle. Ryan also said on Thursday that free-to-play games supported by microtransactions accounted for over 25% of total PlayStation Store consumer spending during the company's business year ended in March 2021, fiscal year 20, up from 5% in fiscal year 16. Sony is like, wow, microtransactions are becoming a huge thing. Everybody knows that it has been a huge thing, but I guess Sony now is realizing that it's a huge thing. And they're like, look how much money we're making out of just people buying non-existent stuff. And so they are going to make more microtransactions into more games. They're going to shoehorn ways of taking your money. People are buying things online. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand why people do this. And then people complain when games get microtransactions. And why wouldn't they? FIFA has proven that this is successful. Billions of dollars just selling you fake cards, fake goods that, by the way, don't work next year. So when you buy FIFA 2022, that Ultimate Team that you created in FIFA 21 most likely won't work in FIFA 22 because it wouldn't make sense for them to allow everything to carry over because then you won't buy anything else again. My worry here is that Sony's kind of waking up to this whole thing that microtransactions are a thing. And look at this, it's something that's happening. And it's like, really? Where have you been, Sony? And they are deciding that, yes, we are going to make this and we're going to make this happen in our games because why not? And I'm sure the excuse from Sony is going to be like, well, by doing these microtransactions, we can sell you games cheaper. Okay, yes, maybe, but can you imagine an Uncharted for $30 that has a 3-hour campaign and the rest of the game is just microtransactions multiplayer crap? Like, would that be enjoyable? The fact that Sony is thinking about sticking their microtransactions into games going forward, it's a really worrisome thing. And I hope it doesn't become a trend, and I hope that they don't end up ruining their games because, hey, we can make all this money out of these people for nothing. Do you enjoy microtransactions? Do you often buy digital goods on games because, hey, why not? Let me know in the comment section and also explain to me what the point of it is. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.